We're ready.
We're live.
We're ready with our Yeti. It says it's loading, but usually it's already live. So, hi everybody. Hello.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. Soul Food Saturday. I know it's Sunday. Soul Food Sunday, but it can be Soul Food Saturday. It can be
100%.
whatever we want it to be.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Life is what you make it. The world is our oyster. What other cliches can
Isn't
you
it
come
the
up with?
Oyster Fest today?
Oh yeah, the Arcata, yeah.
Have you been to the Oyster Fest yet?
I haven't. Do you like oysters?
No.
Okay, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, it's like a sin to say that on the North Coast because everybody loves oysters. I just don't like the texture. I can't. The taste is good.
Yeah,
I like the
taste is
taste. If you do them right, they're so good and they just glide down. But
barbecued oysters are good. You want to know?
Look at this dog.
The thing.
Just look how cute she is. She's so cute. This little dog.
Look at how cute she is.
She's so cute.
The little baby.
The little baby doggy.
Excuse me, if anyone finds this gross, but it's like a mucus texture.
Ugh.
Sorry, that's what I think. I think it's like a like, you know, when you're sick.
Who do we have? Hi,
Eddie.
Joni. Hi, Ed Wilson. Hi, Rebecca Williamson. Rebecca is hilarious. When Eddie and I got married live on Facebook,
Yeah.
she made a TikTok out of it. And it's like, what is it, Rebecca? It's the one that's like, my favorite video is, or a video I can't get out of my head from 2020. I don't know. Anyway, it was hilarious. So
that's
Eddie's
so
on
sweet.
TikTok now, and it's like, people share it. It's kind of
That's
funny.
so cute. I love that. I love TikTok.
Hi, Sarah. She says, hi, happy Saturday. I miss seeing you on the news. I know. I'm so sorry, Sarah. I took myself off the desk all last week because we just needed help. Riley did audio on Friday. She took herself out of the show a couple days. Like, we have just been trying
Making
to
it work.
make it work with what we have recently. Everyone's on vacation, but they're coming back next week. So we will be back on the desk. So, this is our Q&A video. We sent a message out to you earlier this week, and we asked you to send us questions, and we told you that you could ask us literally anything, and you did, and now we are going to answer some of those questions. It's going to be exciting.
We're so excited, and we're matching with our sweaters.
Pretty Little Thing.
Pretty Little Thing.
Have you guys shopped on Pretty Little Thing? I love it. UK, it comes super fast.
Yeah.
Cute stuff, good prices.
This is my
Not a
Q&A
fun.
for you guys. Do you guys think I look like an egghead? Yes or no? Vote in the comments below. Do I look like an egghead? I love the sleek bun look. I don't think it translates on camera the way that I perceive myself to look in person.
No,
Do you know
I think
what
it does. It's very Kim Kardashian-ish.
Ooh,
Yeah,
thank you.
I really like it.
Thank you.
I have, on the other hand, like greasy hair today because I didn't
No.
wash it. I took a shower. You know when you like put your hair back in
Yeah.
in a thing and
Like a
didn't
shower
wash
cap?
it?
Yeah.
Except for I didn't have a shower cap, so I used just a shirt that I was wearing. And it got wet, then I had to like re-straighten it. It didn't achieve.
It looks cute.
So it's just greasy.
Nazy always looks great.
Gross.
Nazy's always a 10. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. I asked Sean. I said, Sean, what did I ask him? You could ask Eddie. I said, on a scale of 1 to 10, like, okay, so he said, you're awesome. And I was like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how awesome am I? And he was like, 1.
Oh my god.
I was like,
That's amazing.
Johnny will always tell it like it is. First question.
First question.
We're just going to jump right into it because we know you guys are busy on Saturday nights.
Yeah. People to see, places to go.
Yes.
Let's see.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to ask you, you can answer the first question.
Well, no, we'll go back and
Okay.
we'll do like both answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. But we'll start with you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready.
I'm used to being the interviewer, okay? I'm not used to being on the flip side of it, answering questions about myself. Riley has a lot of experience podcasting, so she is a little bit more comfortable on that realm. So we'll start with Riles. You gotta follow her. Life of Riley. It's like my go-to. I listen to it in the shower.
I paid her to
listen to
say
it in
that.
the car. She didn't even know how much I listened to it until I told her. Like, I literally am addicted to her podcast. It's called Life of Riley because it's so authentic and she's just so
Aw.
down to earth about things, and she hits on a lot of stuff that like we can all relate to, and
That's
is
so
just
sweet.
really legit, down
She's
to earth
nice.
about it. So Rachel Daly, I hope I say this correctly, Kafaros.
Yeah. Kafaros.
Rachel says she would like to know our favorite vacation destinations, as well as a place we each have never been but feel the need to see.
Ooh.
I haven't thought about. So we didn't go over these
Yeah, we
questions.
didn't go over them before.
We didn't think. I literally went through today, copied and pasted them into a list, and we didn't talk about it at all. So we haven't thought about it at all.
But we'll go.
But we'll go.
Okay, vacation destination. Well, I was in New York on a little vacation last week. Amazing. Would totally do that
Love
again. Love New York. I love hot places. So anything like tropical or like kind of beachy.
Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos would be amazing. That's a place I've never been that I would love to go.
Same.
I would love to do that. Or like Bora Bora.
Jamaica. Anything tropical would just be something with sunshine.
Yeah.
I feel like being in Humboldt, look how white I am. I am a brown person, but you would never know that because I'm literally whiter than Riley. Like, it's sad. I have been in Humboldt for so long that I don't get enough sunshine, and I just want to go somewhere with, it doesn't matter where it is. Just to be able to have the time off work, go somewhere with vitamin D, and be able to lay out and bake on a beach somewhere would be ideal.
Yeah.
I traveled a lot growing up. My dad took me to a lot of different countries and stuff, so I wish I could do that, take the time off and do that for our kids.
Yeah.
But the news, he had his own businesses, he had the flexibility of it. News doesn't allow you to really just go. I mean, how long has it, you've been here for almost a year before you were able to take a few days off to go to New York?
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not it's not like a vacation friendly
Profession.
industry. Yeah.
It's not even a holiday friendly industry.
That's the holiday thing, which I expected coming in. Obviously, I knew. But the holidays, that's one thing. Like, we don't get holidays off.
Yeah. It can be kind of sad sometimes.
Yeah. Like
but
Christmas.
it's fun. It's fun because we spend it together. We order turkey dinners together, and we kind of go through the special days together. And I think with my husband being also a law enforcement officer, he works holidays too. So it kind of that's just how things are in our family.
Yeah. No, for sure.
But you miss your loved ones. I do. I miss I used to go see my niece in Idaho, Serenity, and my mom every year in August, and I haven't been once since I've moved to Eureka with this job because it's just not feasible.
It's also kind of hard because the airport here doesn't fly everywhere directly, or it doesn't fly most places directly. So it's also hard because it's not like you can just quick jump in and out of Eureka.
I know.
But
that's okay.
That's okay.
We have a lot of beautiful things here.
What about, where do you want to go that you haven't been?
I have been to Switzerland, Sweden, Iran, Germany, France. I have not been to Italy. I have wanted to go to Italy my entire life. So that's
she's a world traveler.
I was back in the day. Dang. I haven't been anywhere for quite some time. Because life, work.
Italy's nice. I only went to what was it called? Oh, Venice.
Oh,
I went to Venice. Venice
did
was
you ride
really
in
pretty.
the?
I did. I went in a gondola. I did. I was like, you can't go to Venice and not do a gondola.
That's amazing. Who'd you go with?
I went with my friend Kim. My BFF, my college sorority sister, Alpha Chi. Yeah. Kimi and I went with her family. It was so much fun.
So fun. Jealous.
Yeah.
My best friend Trinity, before she passed away, we used to go on trips every year and local in the States,
right?
New York and just Vegas all the time.
That's so fun.
But that was the stage of life where I didn't have any attachment, so we could just hop on a plane and go over wherever we wanted, whenever we wanted.
Whenever, as Miley Cyrus would say, hopped off the plane at LAX with a dream in my cardigan.
Come on, live a famous says. I'm gonna fit in. How does it go?
Jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look to my right and I see the
Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy. Everybody's looking so famous.
Yeah, that's it. Are we getting copyright?
Hearing kind of heartbeat.
Yeah.
Something. Treasure within me.
So nervous. Then the taxi man turned on the
radio and a Britney song was on.
Hashtag free Britney.
Hashtag free Britney. What do you think about that whole thing?
I think it is so fascinating.
I don't know what to make of it. It's crazy.
It's so fascinating. I think it's a testament to the age-old, saying, money can, really change people.
Families,
it can, really ruin families.
It's so sad.
It's really sad. And she got a lot of success really young. And, I think I like to think people always start with good intentions.
Yeah.
And, sometimes things can get lost along the way and decisions can, can get warped, but
if what she's saying about her dad is true, it's really egregious.
Yeah.
And it's so sad, and I hope that she finds her way.
Yeah.
But I also know parents, you want to protect your kids, and there was a time in her life where she needed that type of protection, and who knows, we're not in her life now, so we don't know what she needs now.
Right.
But
Brittany, if you're watching,
we love
come
you.
join us.
Yes, we love you.
Come here.
I've been to a Britney concert. Have you been to a Britney concert?
No.
Oh, so amazing. She's such an incredible performer.
She really is.
Such a great dancer.
Yeah. She really is.
Oh, free Britney! Leave Britney alone!
Okay, so now I get to ask you a question.
Okay, thank you, Rachel, for your question.
Thank you, Rach. Oh, this is funny. We love you, Rachel.
We love you, Rach.
Okay, this is from James Long.
Ooh, I love James.
Hey, James.
Hey.
Do you believe HSU adding new engineering and technology programs will attract tech companies to come to Humboldt County to provide long-term career opportunities?
I hope so. I hope so, because I know James actually, I think he's like Navy, and I'm pretty sure he's Navy.
Thank you for your service, James.
Yes, amazing. He's, I think, from McKinleyville, but goes on like big, he's like an engineer. He's really smart, and he and I could totally be wrong, but this is what I think, because I met James online. I don't know James in person, but from the pictures and stuff that he shares and showing me something good, he's always on like a boat doing something really cool, like maritime stuff, and
wow.
I think, he has the engineering skills to work in like a Silicon Valley type of area, but we just don't have that here. So that would be really cool. I do think, though, it's interesting they're adding the cannabis studies major at HSU, which I think will do really well here for sure.
Wow, that'll for sure do well. Yeah. I feel like, that's a good point. I think, I guess I don't know Humboldt super well. I haven't been here that long, but I see a lot of, oh no.
Battery's running low. Stand by.
Wait, isn't it plugged in?
It is, but it's not all the way back here. No,
hold on, you guys. Nazy fixed
good.
it. Is it, I don't know. Does that look, I don't think that's, I don't know.
No. Is that outlet? Oh, sometimes this gets loose. How about now?
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, that should be now. That thing turns blue whenever it works.
Oh yeah. It looks like it's plugged in. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
We're good. Sorry, everyone.
Okay. Sorry.
Anyways,
Anywho,
I was saying something terribly fascinating. Just kidding. I don't remember what I was saying.
You don't know Humboldt, or you don't.
Oh, I don't know Humboldt that well. But I think, with the pandemic, I'm reading a bunch of articles. Like, a lot of people are moving from the Bay Area. They're migrating north up here, or like south, kind of inland, like near where my parents live. Like, I know they're getting a lot of people because it's so expensive to live in the Bay Area. And I think if there were an alternative for people to work either from home or for a big tech company to have a headquarters up here. Because also, then you could have people coming from like Oregon. You would be closer to like Seattle, which is kind of techy. I don't know. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, we need somewhere in between the Bay Area and other big cities.
Yeah.
Humboldt would be the place. Hey.
Humboldt would be cool.
Nice weather up here.
Who's Apple's CEO right now?
I don't know.
What's his name? Tim Cook? Tim Cook, if you're watching, I keep shouting out Britney Spears and Tim Cook as if they're watching on Facebook Live, but if you're watching,
they're totally watching us.
Bring the business.
They're still watching us. James, thank you for your question.
Thank you, James.
All right. I have one for you. Ready?
Yeah.
Marlene White. I'm going to answer this. Is it okay if
yeah,
I ask you this? We didn't talk about this ahead of time, y'all. Marlene wants to know, Riley, are you available? Not for her. She wants to fix you up with a great guy, and then she put #matchmaker.
Marlene, I love you. Thank you so much for having me back, Marlene. I appreciate you. I'm currently not available. I'm currently just not available at the moment. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I will say, I don't know if you've ever been set up, like on a date. Have you been set up before?
Yes.
Did it go well?
No.
No?
No.
What happened?
I'm just picky.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. And now you've landed it. And see where it got you.
Yeah.
A nice hubby.
I think I get this question a lot. People always want to know if Riley's single. It's a thing, All my friends,
Potato heads.
and I'm trying to always set Riley up. Like, I just, before when she was new, I was like, are you? She's very private about her private life, and I didn't know initially, and so I was like, people are interested in Riley. Riley's Riley's a good catch, and I think people see that. She's beautiful, she's smart, talented,
No.
funny. She's so funny. Listen to her podcast,
No.
Life of Riley.
People
you
are
can get it
sweet,
on
though.
all your Apple, iTunes, whatever it is, Spotify. What is it?
She's like a PR.
I'm trying to-
Google Play. I love
Google
it.
Play, wherever you can get your podcast.
She's my publicist. She's my publicist.
Oh my gosh.
That's so funny.
Type your questions also in the comments if there are
Yeah.
any that you want us to ask if there are any that you want us to answer at the end, ask them now, and we'll
Yes.
get to them if we have time.
Do you remember, this was so funny, sorry, this made me think of it about being available or not. Do you remember on my birthday when Alex had sent flowers?
Oh, I know.
And then on the news, you were like, who sent it? And I was like, my boyfriend. And we were kind of like a newer boyfriend and girlfriend at the time. And so I sent the clip to all my friends, and all my friends were like, that's how they found out that he was my boyfriend. Because I hadn't even told anybody.
Oh,
so they were like, no, it was so cute. I like sent it, and I was like, watch this clip. And they were like, oh my gosh, and it's on the news. That's so cool.
He's a good guy.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
Everyone
I
thinks
love
it's
when
like
you get
so
that.
fun.
Guys
Love
that
it.
send flowers are, we
And he
gotta have
sends
a
you
guy-
flowers all the time.
He's a good flower giver.
Yeah.
He's a good flower giver.
Joni says oysters are gross. The texture is
yes, I know.
horrible. Hello. Oh, we're missing.
We have so many.
we have so many.
Oh my god! Sorry, we didn't realize we had to scroll to get all your
Oh,
comments.
sorry. Hi.
Hello, Janice and Jennifer. Oh, that's my cousin. Hello,
Hey.
cousin by marriage now. Shauna Curtis got Barbie the cutest dresses. Thank you so much, Shauna.
Hey, Shauna.
They're so cute.
I
They
love
say
Shauna.
Mommy's girl.
Oh, that's
She
cute.
gave them to Michael Tipton to give to me, which is very sweet. I have them out with Lori, my friend, right now. She is sewing them to tighten them up just a little bit because Barbie is so small. Like,
Yeah,
she's
Barbie's
like
a
a
miniature.
double XS. Yeah. Look at her. She's so cute. Look. Where is she? There she is. She's so cute.
Little girl. She's so precious. She's so good. She's been such a good girl.
Okay. What do we have next? Who do we have? I can't see from this far away. Joni Sliminess. I'm Andy. Hi, ladies. Rebecca's laughing.
Oh, the one video that you can't get out of your head.
That's
that
what
was
it's
a
called.
TikTok.
The one video that you can. She's like that girl with glasses. She's like, "What's the one video you can't get out of your head?" And then it's like, Eddie, right now, I just need you to get real loose,
Yes!
get comfortable.
Oh my god, I love
Have you
that.
guys seen that clip? If you haven't, I haven't posted the clip by itself. I should post it. Maybe on our anniversary or something. I'll post it because it's so funny. It's gonna live on forever.
Yeah. Thing 1 and thing 2. I love that. That is us.
That's so true.
Thing 1 and thing 2.
It's because, like, we're both in the same sorority, and a big sorority thing is like twinsy stuff.
Yeah,
like you just
like
match, like you order
matching.
matching shirts, and so even though we're like
Adults now.
whatever, why not? We can do what we want,
We can do what
like
we
Miley
please.
says, right?
Yeah.
We can do what we
Whatever
want.
you
Can you read those? Because I
Yeah.
can't see from this
Tony
far
says
away.
hi.
Hi, Tony.
Sarah's saying hey.
Hey,
Kenneth.
Sarah. Is it
Thing
Kenneth
1 and
Tinkham?
Yeah.
What's up,
His
Kenneth
amazing,
Tinkham?
amazing photography.
He took our pictures in the jail.
Oh, he did?
The sheriff consul was so kind enough to let us do it, and he did. He took our pictures,
That's awesome.
and I locked Eddie in the jail cell by mistake,
Oh
and
my
we didn't
God.
have the key. It was
Yes. It was like a hard key to get.
Yeah, Sheriff Consul was like, I told you not to close it all the way because it was like an old antique jail, not like a real jail cell. It was like the old ones that they used back in the day.
That was so
Anyways,
good. Bobby loves our sweaters.
thanks.
Kendra says hi. Hi, George.
What up? Is
Oh.
that George Alanis? The
Joni?
Alanis?
Yes.
Oh, yay.
Joni says she wears her hair like this when she's riding her bike and sometimes not riding. It's a professional look.
It
Thank
is.
you.
It's very professional.
It's neat. Oh, George says that we've got all the comfy things going on tonight.
Yes,
Like we
all we
are.
need is a blanket.
I know. We are comfy.
We need a cozy blanket.
Ooh, Shauna asked a question. Is there going to be a little Nazy or Eddie in the future?
Ooh,
she wants to know.
Well, that wasn't on the list. Just kidding. I don't know yet. I'm leaving that up to God right now because my life is just so busy, and we have 4 kids already, and with his job and my job, there's just very little time for even us right now. So maybe when he retires and he can be a stay-at-home dad, because I'm continuing on this career and I can't imagine. This is my philosophy. I want to I love children. I've always felt like I was born to be a mom.
Yeah.
But my philosophy on having children is that I want to have a child when there's nothing else in life that I want more than that.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Wait, that's so good.
So there's still things I want with my career, and there was still, obviously I wanted to get married, and I'm hitting those things, but I feel like my child deserves to have 110 million%, more than anything else that I would want.
That's so cute. That's a great answer. This is why she's going to be the best mom, and she is the best mom.
And Eddie's going to be great because he can retire, and then he can be stay-at-home dad, and I can still work and show my maybe daughter that you can be a working mom. And
exactly.
Who knows? Whatever God's plan is. Maybe I don't know. I have 4 wonderful children right now that are amazing and make me laugh every day. And
you're the best mom.
So whatever happens is God's plan, and I will embrace it fully.
Love it. Oh, Carrie's on here. Hello, ladies. Greetings from Coos Bay, Oregon. Hey, Carrie.
Carrie's on vacation in Coos Bay? I was wondering where she went. Carrie, hello.
Hi, Care Bear.
Carrie's amazing. I call her for advice all the time. She's the news director in Reading, and I literally ask her for guidance all the time. Because there's so many things that you don't think about when you're trying to do the news and make sure that you're, legally sound and make sure that you're, presenting information fair and balanced and properly. So I lean on her a lot. Good to see you here, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie. How do we ask questions? I'm so not techie. Oh, Bobby, just type them just like how you did that. Type your question like that, and we'll read it in the comments.
Yes.
Terry says, hello, ladies. Oh, that's your mom.
Hi. Hello. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm like, Terry, I know that. Joni, how old are you, Riley? I'm 24. That is my age.
Riley's 24.
Jennifer says, you girls are cracking me up. Thanks, Jen. George wants to know favorite concert ever.
Ooh, I've got to say Britney. Britney was hands down. But I also, my first concert I ever went to was Garth Brooks. Loved Garth. He was like flying in the air with rain.
Oh my
like
gosh.
Thunderbolts. So good.
Garth.
What about you?
I loved Stagecoach.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, so I guess it's like multiple concerts, but I don't like music festivals in general. Like I don't think I could do Coachella or anything, but Stagecoach is really fun.
Coachella looks great, but I'm not the Coachella type.
Yeah, I don't like that kind of music really, but I love country. Like we love country.
Stagecoach would be amazing. I would have loved. I've never been.
Love. Happy Catterday night, Terry says.
Catterday. Oh my, she's a cat lady, by the way. She's such a cat lady. Love you, Mom. What?
James is here.
Hi, James. Did you hear our answer to your question, James? How long ago did he type that? 10 minutes ago.
He said, hi,
hopefully
Nazy,
you didn't
I'm
miss
here.
it. Yay.
Eva says, hey, ladies, how are ya?
Hey. Oh, hey, Kayla. When will Babs be on, she says. So Babs is a dog that I think she adopted and has been fostering for a couple years and had stranger danger issues. So we will try to put Babs on showing something good.
Good evening, ladies.
Hi, Sharon. And
Pat wants to know, is this a new segment?
Just tuned in. I don't know. Should we make it a new segment?
Yeah.
We could make it a weekly segment.
That'd be so fun.
We should do it.
Yeah. If you guys have stuff you want to chat about, we
yeah,
would love to chat with you.
You could suggest topics, and we could hit those topics. When COVID happened, Eddie and I started Shelter in Place with Naz and Ed, and we did it every Friday night, and it really went off well. We had a lot of engagement, obviously, because everyone was at home. But then when things reopened, we kind of stopped doing it because we weren't sheltering in place anymore, and people were asking us like, "Hey, bring back Shelter in Place." So this could be like the replacement of that. We could do.
We should do
reopening with Nazy and Riley.
Reopening, and we should get dinner from a local restaurant.
Yes.
We'll pick up dinner, and we'll have our little dinner, and we'll
Saturday sip.
Yeah.
Like we actually had talked about this. We were going to do the Sunday.
Okay,
sip.
full disclosure. We have the plan.
Who's coming? We're glad you support us. Thank you.
Hey, great idea. Anyways, we already pull up the logo.
The schedule. Actually, I made a logo today. Do you want to see it?
Yeah. We love
really
logos.
I was going to put this as our back. Sorry, guys. Stand by. I just want to show Riley something really quick because I was thinking we could put our video here.
Oh, that's so cute.
And then,
and then post it
link
like
to
that.
wherever we upload
I love that. Oh my gosh. She's so crafty.
I'm sorry. She got me into it. Have you guys used Canva ever?
Oh, it's amazing, you guys. It's so good.
She showed me it when I was trying to edit my wedding because I did everything live online. And it was a huge help as far as like graphics go because I'm not a super fancy, like I don't know Photoshop, but this is like Photoshop for people like me.
Yeah, for beginners, it's super user friendly. It's so easy. James says Humboldt Bay, if they could have a small shipyard facility. Oh, about like moving companies here. Marvin says suspense music. Put suspense music in there. Lucas wants to know where I'm from. Great question, Lucas. I'm from Roseville, like near Sacramento, a suburb in Sacramento. And grew up there. And then I lived in Orange County for 6 years, going to school and working. And now I live in Humboldt County.
Hey.
And it's great.
We both came from SoCal.
SoCal ladies. Bernadette says just tuning in.
Hey, I love Bernadette. Love her. Like probably like my top people in like my top couple of people in Humboldt,
Bernadette.
She is like the number one supporter. I always know when she comments on something that it's going to be positive and supportive, and
super supportive.
I lean on those comments so much because not everybody is very supportive. Some people are really rude and mean and crazy on social media. So when we get the nice ones, I just like.
Mm-hmm. I always see Bernadette, like, whenever we're at a scene, Bernadette is always, like, be safe, like, take care of yourself.
Thank you. She's always says thank you for, like, I love when people, it's so nice when people recognize our work because we do make a lot of emotional and personal sacrifices to do this job sometimes. And so hearing that, everybody likes to feel appreciated. So thank you for being nice to us. Oh, should we hit our list for the people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone else asked again about kids.
What about them?
If you and Eddie are going to have more kids.
Good question. Leave it up to God.
Leave it up to God.
Leave it up to God. I don't know. I will. Maybe I will just be kind of more. Maybe that's a topic for another day.
Maybe you could do a whole Q&A
on that. We could do a whole episode on that. Yeah.
It's so interesting.
There's
you guys,
more to it
because Nazy and Eddie have 4 kids, and they're so busy. They both have very demanding jobs. As I'm speaking for her, she's right here. But they both have very demanding jobs. And what's so interesting is, like, she gives herself so much to everybody. So it's a very natural thing, like, to be like, oh, yeah, like, do you want more kids? Like, she's a very motherly type. And I think that makes so much sense. And I ask her that a lot, too. Like, I'll be like, are you going to do it? Are you going to have them? They're going to be so cute. And, like, everyone would love a little sister or brother, and I think that'd be great. But it's so much like emotional labor too. Not to mention all of the actual work that a kid is, but it's so much emotional labor too. And this job, Nazy gives like an insane amount of emotional labor. It's a super interesting thing, and like we could do a whole video on it. But the amount of like mental energy to give to people every day and listen and care and like go through like really horrible stories that you hear during the day and reporting on like this terrible accident that happened yesterday on Broadway that Nazy was off work. She was
I had like a 14-hour day already.
Yeah. She was supposed to just be done.
Sad. That's sad. But you see that stuff and it's like you can't, it's just
you can't not.
And then it's just sad. The job is, that I think leads really well into this question.
Yeah.
Joni Ellis asked, how do you cope with your job mentally and emotionally? I couldn't do your job. Would be an emotional roller coaster for me. You guys rock it.
Thank you.
And I think this is really great because Riley's the same way. I call her all the time. I'm like, can you work morning? Can you work night? Can you work weekend? Can you stay long? Can you do OT? Like, can you fill in for this and fill in for that? And can you interview 10 people in 5 minutes? It's like, it really is it's an unpredictable, non-normal schedule type of job. Mm-hmm. And for example, Joni asked, the emotional like impact, like, we see so much awful stuff.
Yeah.
And like, it's hard. Like, that's a great question because I think that the way that I deal with it is humor. Like I dig into something else that makes me laugh or that just brings levity to my life. It's, you know, something unrelated, obviously, but because otherwise it can suck you in. Like seeing bodies and seeing dead people, seeing people kill each other, seeing people that love each other kill each other, parents killing children, children killing parents. Like it gets so freaking sad. And then Eddie comes home and he sees like people hurting their babies, and then like you know, it's just like body parts and it's just sad. I mean, you hear like I can't even discuss some of the stuff that it's just I don't know. How do you deal with it?
I don't know. I think like that's something like totally like total honesty, like transparency. Like we're just chatting here. Like, you know, obviously we work in the news, but like we're just having a conversation here. And I think that is like, that is the number one thing that I underestimated the most coming into this job, and I think has had the biggest impact on me in this job, is you think when you're a reporter, at least for me, I became a reporter because I loved sharing people's stories. I wanted to tell people's stories, and 90% of the time I want to tell the good stories. I just want to like share the good things people are doing and like highlight the amazing pieces of the world. But when you're a reporter, unfortunately, you're highlighting a lot of like the negative things in the world. And because that's you know, those are the things that like are going to keep people safe, and they're the things that matter to people and things that affect people. And so I don't know, that's a hard question. I think like for me, I just try and like when I can detach from it, when I have the ability, like on a weekend, like we're here not listening to the police scanner. Yeah, like we don't have the scanner on. We're not like checking social media, like Humboldt County on Alert, which is an amazing page, by the way, if you're a part of it. Hello. And we're not doing that. We're just we're having like girl time. We're just like relaxing, and I think that is how I cope with that part of it.
Yeah, it's a really great way to do it. Doing something that you love. In fact, that's kind of how we got onto this, because we were like, we had such a stressful week, and we're just both like feeling down.
Yes.
And then we're like, what can we do to like do something fun this weekend? And then this is kind of like both of our forte. We love talking and sipping coffee in our Yeti.
Yes, in our Yetis.
Talking about stuff that's not so depressing all the time. So this is part of the coping. It's part of the coping skills, and talking about it, talking about what we're feeling too. And I think that's at work we talk about it amongst each other too in the news team, because it's just like it's just we're like a family because we see all this like awful the ways that you see like the darkest parts of humanity in this job. And then I feel for the first responders who actually have to deal with that. We're just there as like bystanders. We're there, you know, getting the information, delivering it to you, and filtering out the what's the right word? Filtering out the ruthless parts of it. We're filtering it, making
it television appropriate. Yeah, totally.
But the first responders that have to like pull people out of vehicles, like deal with limbs and animals eating bodies of people that have been, you know, sitting for days that nobody knew. I mean, it's like, I don't know how they handle life. Like, I feel like a therapy should be like part of our job and all first responder jobs. Totally. Yeah, definitely talking to somebody and like, you know, especially too, like, I think one thing, if anyone has ever like encountered us in real life, like one thing for me when I go to a scene of something that's a terrible tragedy, there's been a shooting or a car crash, it is hard to film it. It feels counterintuitive for like empathetic people, for anybody to film it, but that's what we have to let you know. If there's if all of Broadway's been shut down because there's been a multiple car collision, you have to see that, you have to know it, you have to be aware of it to keep yourself safe and your family safe and everyone. And if there's someone on the loose that's, you know, that the police are looking for, we got to go there, we got to take those pictures to keep everyone safe. And I think that's something like, just know if you're at a scene or whatever, like it's hard sometimes because it feels so counterintuitive to ask questions, ask for details, you know, ask follow-up questions when maybe you're going through something really difficult. And that part is hard too. That takes an emotional toll. But I think it's just remembering, like,
all of us have a job to do at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And while like we're both passionate about our job, Nazy especially, she's so passionate about this community and her job, and I am too, it's still our job. There's still like job duties that we have to perform, and everyone has parts of their job that they don't love or that make them sad or whatever, but there really isn't a job that doesn't have that, and ours just happens to be, you know, some of the sadder things in life. But
and to come back on the back end of that is like we all also report on things all the time that we don't like or agree with, or have a personal attack. Like we report the good, the bad, the ugly of like all sides.
Yeah.
So sometimes it can be really frustrating when like people want to assign blame. So if somebody's doing something and we report on it, they want to make it like it's us. It's you know, like we have some motivation to be sharing that info. Like it's just another story in our day that we're trying to get the public informed about, and it's not about us. And that to me sometimes can be frustrating because people will be like, you shared this because you must think this.
Yeah.
And that's like not true. We share stuff all the time that we don't agree with because we have to. That's our job. We would be criticized if we didn't do that. I mean, we can't just share what we like and what we agree with because it's not about us.
yeah, totally. 100%.
The next question.
Also, really quick, I wanted to just say Diana said, did you see Morgan graduated? I'm so proud of her. Morgan is Diana's granddaughter who's in my sorority. We went to college together. So she's a sorority sister too. So yes, I did see Morgan graduated. So proud of her. I commented on her Instagram, Diana. Yay. She looked beautiful. She's amazing. Good for Morgan.
Congratulations,
Congrats
Morgan.
to all the grads and everything.
What did she study?
I don't remember what she studied. I think it's PR. I don't
You
know.
want a job in news?
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
hiring.
Morgan. Come on over, girl. Another alpha kind.
I'm totally serious.
Another person is saying baby time. Everyone wants you to know.
I'll have a whole episode, you guys, about the baby thing.
Yeah.
I will tell you the legitimate rationale and the reasoning behind that rationale in a separate video because it's a personal thing and I'm just not ready to have that open of a discussion with thousands of people on Facebook about it yet. But I will.
100%.
I'll get there.
100%.
So are those sweaters warm? Yes, they're too warm. In fact, I have a fan going on in the back because they're too warm.
They're too warm. What's your secret for getting a quick beauty rest?
Do you have one? If you do, I need to know about it because
I go to sleep early when I can. I like to go to sleep early. I use a silk pillowcase so my hair doesn't like get like, you know how we can get like,
that's a good
yeah.
tip.
I use an ice roller. Like I have little ice packs because my eyes get puffy.
Yes.
I think that's kind of it. I try not to be on my phone. Well, yeah. I don't really succeed at that.
Nice idea.
But I try to not be on my phone, like maybe read before bed, play something relaxing.
Yes.
I have essential oils in my room.
Yes.
Those are my tips. What are your tips?
I sleep with a face mask. I have like 20,000 face masks of all different, like fuzzy ones. I have ones that vibrate. I have cold ones that you can put in the freezer that like cool your eyes. I have heated ones. If you're having a headache, you can put it over. I've got like fancy ones, fuzzy ones, all kinds of face masks. And it's weird because growing up and like just most of my adult life, I never needed an eye mask.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, I don't even know when it happened, but I just started like not being able to sleep without one because I always have to have like, I like to play meditation music. YouTube, you guys, YouTube. I follow a bunch of different meditation channels on YouTube and they have black screen meditation. So like you can play a black screen, either like a guided meditation or just like relaxing meditation music.
That's awesome.
With the black screen so you don't have the light in the room getting to you, and that really helps me get to sleep. And also a Benadryl every now and then if I'm having like coffee working super late, I get home, I'm not able to sleep, or melatonin. Melatonin is like one of my go-tos, but it's hard to sleep. It's hard because also
Nazy can
there's no
function
time
in
to
like
sleep.
2 hours. Yeah, you guys, I don't know.
It's so hard. That's a hard one. It's a hard one.
Nazy is that girl that I wake up at like a normal time at like 7 a.m. and I have like an email from her at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And she'll ask me a question. She'll be like, oh, do you set up this interview? And I'll respond. I don't even answer her question. I won't even answer her question. I'll be like, why are you up at 3 a.m.? More importantly than my interview, what are you doing at 3 a.m.? And then another at 4 a.m. And then maybe like there'll be a break like 4 to 6 and then 6 a.m. We're getting the emails again. I'm like, Nazy, are you sleeping?
It's because Eddie's schedule is awful. So like my schedule, therefore, by default is awful because he's a cop. So they change their schedule like every 4 months. Sometimes he's days, sometimes he's swings, sometimes he's graveyard. Like it's always changing. And then up until now in summer, all the kids were going to 3 different schools. All of them had different schedules because of COVID. Some were home, some were at school. You had to bring some to Arcata, some to Eureka. It just was like all different type of things going on. And it's just hard to sleep when there's that many people, you know, with different schedules in the household. And then work, you know, breaking news happens. COVID put us in a really tight situation with, you know, staffing and everything. Yeah. So if something happened in the middle of the night, I didn't have somebody to go, so that I would go. Like there's just no sleep. That is something that I really, really need to work on, is to be able to find, and I'm very protective of Eddie's sleep too, because people don't understand what it's like to work like graveyard or to change, like if you're working at night, you gotta sleep during the day, like those type of stuff. The general public doesn't get it, and they'll be like, why are you sleeping? Like because I just got home at 8 o'clock, so I'm going to be sleeping at 10 o'clock. Like, and people don't respect that, or they'll just show up at your house, and it's like, really, I mean, I'm just very protective of his sleep because I know how critical it is. I mean, don't you want the people that are out protecting us to be rested and alert, and like, you know, they're carrying weapons. You want them to be very, like, you know, on their best energy. So I protect his sleep. And I need to do that for myself.
Yeah, you do. And sleep is so important, like health-wise too, you guys. Like, like it's like your mental health, your physical health. Like, you can't. It doesn't matter if you work out every day and eat like so healthy. Like, it's not going to matter if you're not getting your sleep. Like, your body needs time to recharge.
Yes, ma'am.
8 hours, you guys.
Ugh.
8 hours. I know, it's crazy.
Never happened. Ugh.
Long time no see. Everyone's saying hi. Oh, yeah. Nazy, Shauna's saying how great you were.
Oh, thank you. Climbing through the bushes.
Climbing the bushes. Legit, you guys.
Tears back. It's so true. I was like emotionally traumatized seeing bodies pulled from that car. I mean, not bodies, seeing bodies that were like people.
Yeah.
Pulled out of that car. And, you know, to see people trapped in a car, it was scary. It was scary. And there was no access, so I ran down through the bushes. So thank you for appreciating my effort to get there. Like those Friday nights.
Yeah, picnic restaurant. I love that.
Yes. I even did one that was like, what did I do, Kathy? It was like a wine giveaway or something, and I did like a contest. And then I went and delivered the wine to people that answered the question. Cute. It was so fun. I gotta get a tissue. Stand by.
I'll prep a question while you're doing that. So Joni was saying that 24 is a great age. She was like, enjoy your 20s as much as you can. Once you hit 30s, things change in a lot of ways. So that's what I want to know from you, Naz. Do people know how old? I don't know if Well, we won't say Nazy's age, but maybe Nazy can say.
You can Google it. If you Google it, it's there.
If you Google Nazy's age.
If you Google my name, there's a whole article, and I cannot believe this. I just discovered this not too long ago. There's like a whole company that put like everything of my personal life online. So it's like, it's literally all there. Isn't that creepy?
That's creepy. Mm-hmm. That's weird.
It's like, who's Nazy married to? Where'd she go to school? How much money does she make? What's her height? What's her weight? It's like invasive.
She's shorter than you probably think, and unless you've seen her in person. She's very short.
I am very little. This is true.
What is something that changed
in 30s?
Yeah, from 20s to 30s. What was the biggest change for you?
There were so many.
So many changes.
I think my emotional stability and what I would tolerate from people. Because I was, and I still have to check myself, a people pleaser, and I was a yes person, and I still struggle with it. I still struggle saying no to people, but it's easier now. Like in my 20s, I I didn't know what I wanted. And so, I dated the wrong people, and I just hadn't found, I wasn't confident in myself yet in all of my decisions, and now I am. It just, I think, came with time and age and maturity, and I know what I'll put up with and what I won't, and I know what my worth is. I used to be the kind of person that would be like, I'll just, whatever you're going to pay me, I'm just grateful for the job type of thing. But then, like, eventually you start building your skill, and you're like, I know what I'm worth. I'm going to ask for what I'm worth, and that's okay.
Totally.
So, yeah. What about you? What have you
That's
learned?
A great answer.
Like, from your 18s to your 20s. I don't know.
I don't know anything.
Riley's so mature for her age. It's crazy. Like, you would never know that she's 24, because I think when I was 24, I was like dancing on bars. Like, I was like in Vegas every weekend partying. Riley is very mature for her age.
I don't know. I think just like learning to, I feel like people pleasing is a big thing for me too, that I've had to learn to like, and still struggle with, but like have had to learn to set, like just like healthy, like good boundaries. I think like it just makes so much sense to me when you think about it, like your cup. And if you like,
she's talked about this on her podcast before. I love this. Go with the cup.
So if you have like a cup full of water and you're like pouring water into everyone else's cup, like you're answering questions, you're like doing things for people, it's great and you're filling everyone's cup, but eventually your cup's gonna run out of water. And then if you have an empty cup, there's nothing left for you to give. So then you're empty, and then the people that need you, their cups are empty. So like while you're filling everyone else's cup, you need to keep filling your own cup and making sure that you're taking time to like fill your cup. And so I don't know, I think that just like learning that as I get older. Nazy and I are similar in this way too. Like growing up, like high school, college, like middle school, I was always like student body president, like sorority president. Like I wanted to like be involved in cheer captain. And it's like when you have that personality that you want to like give and be involved, and like you don't want to sit on the sidelines, sometimes you can like very quickly burn out. And so just like monitoring yourself. Nazy doesn't burn out. It's so crazy.
She's
totally
like burn out. You just see my meltdowns.
Like they're not, but they're like, but it's like a meltdown, but then like the job still gets done. You know what I mean? Like it's still
there's
like
no option.
But that's the thing. Like there is no option, so you have to just make sure that your cup is full, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was.
I really like that what you say, and I think that a lot of moms need to hear that, because
how hard is that to be a mom?
It is, but I completely agree that you have to take care of yourself. Like I have to take care of myself to be able to give to the community, to be able to give to my kids, to be able to give to my husband, my family, my friends. And I struggle with that all the time because there isn't enough of you. You know, you want to just like, you're like, I have this little bit of time left. I just want to help the show be better, or I just want to help my, family have dinner or whatever. And like I'm losing little pieces of myself along the way. And it's so important to have that reminder, like bring it back. Like I work out twice a week with a personal trainer, so I can have those 2 hours a week to myself, because I know that that's good for me. That makes me a better wife. It makes me a better mom, better boss, like whatever it is. The little things for yourself. Like this. Yeah. Like, this is my she shed, you guys. So this is
cute, you guys.
So we have a huge house, but we also have a huge family, so it's crazy. And this is like a separate wing of and it's, Ed calls it my she shed, because
because
we have so many boys. Oh my God, boys are like loud. I love them to death, but they're boys, know.
They're like teenage boys.
Yeah, they're like teenage boys. So this is like the girl room, and this is a no boys allowed room. Even Ed can't come in here. This is my she shed, and if I don't know how this is going to work because the camera's on the laptop, but like see that art on the wall? That is, can you zoom on this thing? I don't think you can. That's the Pink Lady. And then over there is the Carson Mansion. And those are from an amazing local photographer who gifted them to me, Victor Oscueda. And we have some others. Anyway, it's the girly room.
It's so cute, you guys.
Girl room.
It's so cute.
So,
it's
fun. We have our girl fans.
And we have our girl fans. Oh, shoot, mine's back. Sorry, what did you say?
Lori got a C. Thank you, Lori. Yeah, Lori's like, this is for work. She's so awesome. Lori Regalo is, like, I don't know if you know her, but she is literally, like, my favorite person on the planet. She helps me so much. Without her, that is self-care for myself, is her. her help
So true.
allows me to be able to do the things that I do. Help around the house, help with laundry, help with dishes, help with grocery shopping, help with errands, picking stuff up. Like, she is my heart and soul. She's like a best friend slash like just like she's like
she's like a fairy godmother.
She's like a fairy godmother.
She like shows up and like makes
just
things
does
happen.
things. Yes,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's a great talent.
a great friend.
She shares her talents with everyone. Oh, Bernadette says that we're loved. Shauna wants to know how old Nazy is.
Sean, it's on Google.
It's on Google, you guys. Oh, here's a question, Naz.
Yes.
What made you want to go into journalism? Was it a single event, or what was your
It
inspiration?
was a single event.
Tell me about
It
it.
was a single event, and I want to hear your answers to that too. Great question. Who asked that question?
Joanne.
Thank you, Joanne, for that question. Okay, so here's a little backstory. Dad came from Iran as a foreign exchange student, went to Cal, was studying to be a doctor. Revolution happened, they cut off his funding, he ended up having to get himself work, and then he ended up opening his own businesses and became a businessman, always wanted to be a doctor. Didn't get to achieve that dream. So he always wanted me to be a doctor who lived vicariously through me. Grew up being told, maybe you want to be a doctor. And then, when the time comes, and I was like Riley said, class president, sorority, cheerleading, all of those things, very much a people person, not a very sciencey type person. And so my dad quickly shifted gears and was like, lawyer, you're good at arguing, you love talking, like you love making arguments, go be a lawyer. So that's what I thought I was going to be. However, I love law, but I hate arguing. I hate arguing with people about things. I just I don't like it. It just, I don't enjoy it. And when the time came to declare my major in college, I was a sophomore, and they were going to make me declare it. And my dad was like, "Okay, are you going to do law? Like, you're going to do pre-law, right? Blah blah blah." And 9/11 happened, and I remember being in my apartment, and I came out of the shower and I had a towel around my head. I remember very vividly. And I was watching the TV, and Ashley Banfield was standing on ground zero, covered in soot, and she was like, "The hunt for Osama bin Laden." And she was like, I was like, "That's it. That's what I want to do." And my dad had told me, and this all came from him. He had told me when the time came to make the decision, I was like, "Dad, I'll go to law school and I'll be a lawyer, but I don't want to practice law." He said, and this was like fate all coming together, right? He said, in his heavy Persian accent, "Why don't you be a broadcaster? You love it talking a lot. People pay you for talking a lot." Yes. And I was like, that's it. I knew it. I knew I wanted to do that because there it is. And so I majored in pre-law, political science, and communications, and I still did, go and study law, but reporting is where it's at. Because you get to help people in a more positive state. It's just different. I worked in law for a little bit, doing the paperwork side of things, and it's just not as exciting. It's not as fun. It's not as exciting as breaking news.
Yeah.
It's not as exciting as being on the desk. It's not as exciting as reporting and telling someone's story and changing someone's life. For me, it wasn't a thing. So that's how we got to.
That's a great story.
How we got here. How did you get here? You were born to do this for sure.
No, I don't know.
Riley's born to be a host. That's where she's going to end up being. She's going to be on Good Morning America, hosting, or Inside Edition, or something fun.
She's so sweet. That would be amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I've kind of always wanted, when I was younger, I had pictures for career day and stuff. You dress up. I dressed up as a news reporter. I had my little microphone. I was always in Girl Scouts when the local news station would come and do a story on us. I wanted to be on the news. I always wanted to talk. I don't know. I think I just always wanted to do that. I think what's interesting is now that I'm actually a reporter and actually that's my job, it helps you understand better. As with any job, it helps you understand what you really what you really love. And what I've learned that I really love about this job is I really love talking to people and sharing things that they're interested in. You know what I mean? I really value when people email us and they have a question or a concern or no concern at all, and they're just like, this is something amazing that I did or that my kid did, and I just want to show you. And then it's like, oh, I just want to like be a vessel to like be a platform. It sounds so cheesy, but like,
it's amazing.
I feel like that's what I love, is just like being a platform for people who like wouldn't otherwise get their story heard by so many people, to kind of like just give them, even though it's like, I love like having the mic and talking, it's like, I love just like passing the mic and just like being a little helper.
Yes.
I think.
This job is about listening. It's all about listening. And,
all about listening.
And I remember when being a kid watching like 2020 and Barbara Walters and like thinking how cool that was. Like, I was interested in news at a very young age.
Yeah.
It's such a fun job too. Like,
yeah.
I love my job. I can't imagine doing it. I think that was actually a question that somebody asked. Like, let me go find that question.
Yeah, go look at that question.
And call them out. They said, yes, Eva, my girl,
Eva,
love her. Eva Grace Sykes says, why did you choose to do broadcasting and journalism? What would have been your second choice for a career?
Ooh.
So obviously my second choice would be a lawyer, and yours would be?
Thank you for the question. I kind of almost also feel like lawyer.
Yeah.
Like, I still have dreams. I have all my LSAT books.
Yay!
In my
Did you take
apartment.
LSAT?
I didn't take it. I'm like studying. I've like been studying.
Those logic games, man.
Yeah.
Get you
The
every time.
logic games are my favorite
fun,
part.
huh?
They're
Crazy,
so much
but
fun. Yeah. No, I think maybe a lawyer or I don't know. Yeah, I think probably like a lawyer.
Maybe like a fashion designer.
I would love that.
Love fashion.
I love
hair
beauty and
makeup.
fashion.
Yeah. You could be like a stylist.
Okay, so actually I changed my mind. I didn't know that this was a job when I was younger, but like a beauty or like fashion editor at like a magazine, I think would be so cool, because I like journalism.
You're in the line of work
That's
that
true.
can take you there.
Yeah. I like writing.
She does hair and makeup really amazing too. She's done hair before.
Don't look at this right now, but sometimes. Yeah, what are some more
Okay, I'm going to take it back to
questions that people are asking?
Joni, thank you again for that question, and thank you, Eva, for your question. We have Alicia Marie McNeese Fox, who says, what is the hardest part of your job? Is it hard to enjoy the day off when you see something happening? Do you automatically go into work mode and start working even if you're on vacation? Yes. What made you choose your career? So we kind of answered part of those already, but what is the hardest part? Did we answer that? I don't know what the
Nazy goes
hardest
into
part
work
is.
mode all the time.
I love it though. I think if you have a job that you
She
love,
does
it
that.
doesn't feel like work. That statement is very true. I mean, obviously it feels like labor, but
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like work. Like it doesn't feel like a job, because it's like yesterday I was coming from the mall, saw the incident on Broadway, and immediately Eddie was in the car in front of me. I was in the car behind him. We just bought some furniture. We're driving home, and he saw me in the rearview mirror pull off because I saw and I was like, I gotta get down there because I love it. I think it's not hard if you love it. It's hard when you don't get enough sleep, but but the job isn't hard if you love it. It's hard when people are suffering and you can't do anything about it. That's probably the hardest part of the job.
Yeah.
When someone comes to you with a story, and sometimes it's like a really complicated, like you need a whole legal team behind 60 Minutes to do the story legally sound and get them the results that they need, or like to free someone who's been wrongly convicted or whatever. Like those kind of stories that at a local level we just don't have the resources to do. The hardest part is saying no to somebody. Like, I'm sorry, I know that you're suffering, but I can't help you. That is so hard for me.
Yeah.
I hate that part.
Yeah. That's definitely really hard.
But there's a lot of people that we can say yes to, and that we do help, and so that makes up to that deficit.
Yeah. It's all about just doing what you can do.
Yes.
Like giving what you can and then going to bed at night and knowing like you
Did your best.
You did your best.
Gave your all. Yes. Yes.
I think like I don't go into work mode necessarily. Well, I mean, it kind of depends. I mean, obviously, if it's like I see a big thing happening on the weekends, I will most assuredly at least be like
Riley will.
taking video, like trying
the other
to
night
like.
she did. She called me when
yeah.
she was right about to be off, and she's like, I heard there's like multiple gunshots fired in McKinleyville. Can I go? Because it was like already past her time to be off. But she didn't have to do that. She didn't have to call. She could have been like, well, it's not my job. Got to go home. Too bad, so sad. We're going to miss the story.
Yeah.
But she's a true journalist, and she cared, and so that's why she went.
That's sweet. So yeah, I mean, if it's like a big enough thing, like I'll definitely try and like get info or something, take pictures. But Nazi like really will work. Like Nazi will like, she's a true like.
I feel like a duty to my people.
Never off the clock.
That's true.
She really is. She's good at it though. She's very good at it. I also don't get. She also gets. She gets a lot of. I think it's also harder. Like, you know, when you're like, oh, do you ever have off time? Like, do you think about work when you're not on work? If I'm not working, I don't get a ton of like work calls or anything. Like, I get emails, but everyone gets emails. You know, like Nazi. Even if she's not working, she has so many more people that contact her for like stories and stuff that you almost can't not work, because even just responding to a message is like you're doing work stuff. You know what I mean? So I think it's probably easier for me to like not work when I'm not working, because people don't really message me. So.
Not for long. That goes away after a while. That's how it was in the beginning. But after a while in the same place, it just becomes overwhelming. And I think I take it back. The second hardest thing for me, one of the two hardest things is the keeping up with the messages, and like literally, like this is the hardest part of the job for me. The hardest part. Let me just show you.
This is crazy.
Let me just show you. For example, I have, what does that say? Oh, whoops.
Oh yeah, 317.
I have 317 unread messages because I'm literally still playing catch up on my daily messages. My inbox I have so many unread notifications, like I can't keep up with them. Yeah. So people will say, I sent you a message, you didn't get back to me. And I'm like, literally, if the phone is not in my hand when it pings and I see it, it will get buried in the messages and I won't see it. And legitimately, I just can't keep up with it between running the North Coast News page, my page, Instagram, Twitter, like all of the different groups I have. I just can't do it. And so I feel so bad when I see people at the grocery store or whatever. They're like, I sent you this news tip, or I asked you for help with something, or whatever it is. It's something good, or just a nice, I miss it. It hurts my soul because I literally want to read everything and respond to everyone. But I have carpal tunnel, literally, I swear to God, trying to keep up with the messages. So please know that it is not intentional if I don't get back to you. And I have an automated message on my professional page, but you can't do one on your personal page. So I have a disclaimer saying, like, please don't message me about work on my personal page. Not because I don't want to receive it, because I won't get it. I'm at my friends limit on Facebook.
Yeah,
I cannot. Yeah. I love everybody, and I wish I could literally, I wish I had somebody to like, I wish I just had more time in it, honestly, because you can't even have anybody do that for you. Like, I want to see everything and read everything and be there. I wish I need more arms.
More arms, like an octopus.
More brains.
More She's an octopus.
But I love you guys. I love you guys.
What do you do with the kids over the summer? How do you keep kids busy during summer?
That is a great question. It was so hard last year because obviously COVID. It was there. You couldn't do anything. This summer, I don't know. The hard part is, like, we would love to go on vacation and take them somewhere, but we can't both get off work. Like, he's the sergeant. Yeah. I'm a news director. Like, we can't just, like, leave. And both of our departments are in desperate, staffing situations. So I don't really know, honestly, what we do. I don't know. What do you guys do? What are you guys doing for the summer?
Yeah, what do you guys
We'll probably do, like, local trips, like, there's so many things to do here locally on the weekends. But again, like, our schedules conflict. Like, he's working overtime on the weekends to fill in staffing. There's just, I don't know.
I don't have kids.
It's not very exciting.
Yeah. But I used to nanny. Like, I used to babysit a lot in college and nanny, especially during the summer. I would, like, babysit my cousins. That was so much fun. We would, like, I don't know. I feel like you could, like, do, like, games or, like, things that are, like, easy for, like, really fun for the kids, but, like, easy for the parents. You know what I mean? Like, where, like, you don't have to, like, do a whole lot. So, like, Like, you could, like, set up a scavenger hunt, and that will, like, keep, I don't know how old the kids are, but, like, the younger kids.
No, our
that
kids
keeps
are
them
not gonna
busy.
do
They're
scavenger
not going to do scavenger hunt. But, like, that was one thing, and then, you know, you can kind of,
Yeah.
like, let them, or, like, go to a movie. It's, like, cool in a movie
Oh,
theater.
yeah, movies are like back now, too,
Yeah.
which is nice.
You can nap, and then your kids can watch the movie.
He doesn't know he's going to be on the phone right now. Sorry, I'm detouring because I need more coffee. Do you need more coffee?
Oh, yeah, that would be, if there's
Hi, you're on Facebook Live.
Hey, Ed.
Oh, okay.
You want to say hi to my people?
Hello.
I don't want to show your phone number, sorry. Say hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Okay, great. So, can you bring us coffee?
More like fresh coffee? You guys need fresh? Okay.
Yeah, we need fresh, but in the Yeti.
In the Yeti?
Can you come get our Yetis and fill them up with coffee and bring them back?
Thank you.
Please.
All right.
Thank you.
Right back.
All right.
Eddie with
Love
the
you.
Yetis.
Bye.
Violet, my podcast is Life of Riley.
It's so good. Like, what's my favorite episode? I have so
No,
many
don't
favorite
have-
episodes.
No, don't even talk about it anymore. Violet just
There's
asked
so many good episodes
what the
that
name
she
what the
has.
name was.
What was my favorite one? There's so many. We did one together, but hers by herself are much better because
No,
she's
they're
just a
not.
good podcaster. We did one about like the 10 things you don't know about news.
Yeah, that was a good topic. That was a fun one.
Yeah, you guys need to pick topics for us to do.
Dan,
I like the one
that you
behind
knew
you.
that. Eddie.
Eddie with the Yeti. Come say
Eddie.
hi. Huh? Oh, can you
Yeah, huh? Take the Yetis.
take the Yetis?
Thank you so much,
You're welcome,
Eddie.
No problem.
Oh, okay, got it. Thank you. Great. Oh, wonderful. Awesome. Okay, so
Diane says that she knew that you had triplets. She didn't know that you had a fourth. How old is your fourth child? Or is the fourth
15.
child Barbie?
Barbie's the fifth. Hang on one second. I'm gonna look at some of these other questions.
What is your most memorable or unusual news story? Or most unusual way to get the story? These are great questions. Here's a fan from Minnesota.
What was the last question?
What was your most memorable or unusual news story or most unusual way to get the story?
Ooh, Joanne. I love Joanne. Joanne made us really cute mugs. Maybe he'll bring us our coffee on those mugs. What was the most unusual story?
Or the most unusual way to get the story?
God, I feel like there's so many. Let's think.
I'm like trying to think. I feel like there's a lot of unusual.
There's so many.
There's so
yeah.
many
Let's see,
things.
what's one unusual story?
Well, I have one that's like, it's not really unusual. It was actually kind of scary at the time.
Oh, yes. The
It was-
Hellfire thing?
yeah.
Tell
It was
them
when I
about
was
this.
really new. So I was brand new. And when you're brand new, like, you have no concept of like, you don't have like a gauge for anything. So you're just like, everything is amazing, everything is fun, get the story, and like you're like a hungry little journalist. Like, I was so excited. And Nazi is so awesome and like BA that I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta deliver for my girl Nazi. I gotta get the story. I'm so excited. Anyways, I go to this fire and it's way out in the, like, I don't even remember where I was, but I didn't have any cell phone reception. And so I had to go meet Cal Fire at the fire, but like you had to go up this mountain. And so Cal Fire told me to go with this like person who, he didn't work for Cal Fire, but like he was like a neighbor that his house was being affected by the fire, and they knew him. Anyway, so I go on this like 4-hour excursion because we're having to like herd the cattle and like get the cattle out of the path of the fire, and we're having to go up the mountain and flag the path so that the water tenders could come up because it was such a rural area. They didn't know where to go. So I'm like spending hours with this guy, like up and over mountains, like you can see the fire, like we're trying, and I'm like taking video and I'm trying to send the video back to the news station, but I have no service. And it was crazy. And then on my way out, I was leaving and it was pitch black because it was very late at night at that point. and I'm driving, and the road was very narrow. It could only go one direction. And the road was blocked. Like, there was a truck that was blocking the road. So I saw some people, so I kind of rolled down my window to ask what I presumed to be the driver of the vehicle to kind of like, please move his vehicle so I could go through. So he comes over and he's like, oh yeah, I'll move it. And then he like kind of takes a double take and he's like, wait a second, were you the reporter that was up on the mountain reporting on the fire? And I was like, yeah. And I'm thinking like, oh my God, I'm getting recognized for the first time. Like, I really did it. And he got really mad. He was very upset. And he called over some other people that were with him, and they all kind of like came over to the car, and I was by myself, and they were really angry that I was on their property, that I was like bringing attention to this fire. They thought it like wasn't my business, I'm on public property. I'm with CAL FIRE. Like, I'm obviously following all the rules. I'm not doing anything I shouldn't be. And they got really upset, and they like wouldn't move their car for a while. They were screaming at me. I was totally alone, and I couldn't go around their car because there was like a big hill on either side. My car would have gone down off the road. And I remember thinking like, man, no one's gonna find me way out here. Like, if anything happens, like, I don't even know where I'm at. And it was really scary. And so I kind of just like talked them down, and eventually was able to get myself out of the situation. And I kept driving. And then I called Nazy, and I was like, Nazy, this crazy thing happened. And she was like, oh my gosh.
But you didn't even tell me the whole story until like a day later. You like, it was like, you were like,
well,
very
I was kind
minimal.
of embarrassed. Yeah. I was kind of embarrassed because I was so new, and I thought like, maybe I shouldn't have been there. Like, maybe
always.
I shouldn't have. Yeah. And
Not
then that's
your
when
fault.
Nazy was like, girl, like, safety first.
Yeah,
like,
forget the story. We do not jeopardize our own safety for that story. No way.
yeah. But I had
handled that
adrenaline.
so great.
I was excited.
You handled it so great, and I'm so glad that CAL FIRE took care of you. Thank you, CAL FIRE.
Yes, thank you so much, CAL FIRE. They were really sweet. They were really nice. What about you? What's yours?
That reminded me of a crazy one that I had, Joanne. So here's this.
Yes.
So, when I first came to Eureka in 2017, there were a couple things. So do you remember flooding happening in like Ferndale and the Eel River? And I was like, I was living in Fortuna when I first moved here, and I was like, I'll just go get some B-roll on my way to work. So I wasn't in a work car. I was in my car, which is like a really low to the ground BMW car that like is not meant for Humboldt roads. And I moved from LA, so I didn't know. So I went out to film the flooding, and I got stuck in the mud. My car, literally, I tried to make a U-turn, got stuck in the mud in the middle of nowhere, didn't have reception, didn't have a charger to even, like, charge my phone to figure out what, like, if I could try to get reception. It was awful, and I was helpless, and I couldn't tell him, and then I was worried that my news director wasn't going to know where I was, and why was I late to work, and I was stuck. I was so scared, and here comes a car, big old truck, and they're like, do you need help? Ferndale, shout out to Ferndale, love you guys. They came, another lady came, everybody's like, oh no, we need to help her get out. They tried to push me out, they couldn't get me out of the mud, they couldn't pull me out, so they're like, let's go to town and get Larry, the tow truck driver. They drove to the town, got Larry, brought Larry, the tow truck driver back, brought me a charger, were able to pull me out. Shout out to Larry. It was so nice. That was a really good, like, welcome to Humboldt County in that time.
That's so sweet.
Love Ferndale. Here's another one. So, do you guys remember when in Redway, because of the rain and the flooding, there was a major landslide that like took out a business? I think it was like an auto business. Super sad story. And I had never been to Redway, never been that far down in Humboldt, and I showed up there. My news director's like, "Go down there. Don't come back without the story." And I was like, "Ooh, okay." So I'm down there. I don't know my way around. I get there, and there's a huge landslide. The businesses are shut off, so CHP had the whole mountain blocked off with, like, things saying, like, do not drive through here, active landslide. And I said, my news director told me I couldn't come back without the story. Like, I don't want to go back without the story. And I called, and they're like, figure it out. Like, just make it, like, get the story. And do you remember Danielle Radin? She's at CBS LA now. She was in Riley's reporting position at the time. And she said, just go around it. Just who cares? Like, who cares about and I look back at this and I like totally regret it. As a news director, like, I would never advise any of my people to break any laws or rules to get the story, but my news director at the time didn't care. He was like, just get the story, apologize later, have them call me if you break any laws or whatever. And so I did. I went around the freaking barricade or whatever and
Told you BA.
went around. Thank you, honey. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Eddie. Appreciate it. Thank you.
So much, honey. I love you. Went around the mountain where the active landslide was, totally dangerous. Didn't know what I shouldn't have done it. Got to the other side. CHP comes flying at me. What are you doing? Didn't you see it said no access? There's an active landslide, like you could die. And I was like, my news director said I couldn't come back without the story. Like, I don't know what to do. And I was crying. And then the CHP officer was like, follow me. And then he like took me around and he's like, go get your shot. He let me get B-roll. It was nice. It was so nice. So I got back and I had this story. And Danielle's amazing because she just like, she's the kind. So like, do you remember Floyd Swires when he was in court with the housing slumlord stuff?
Yeah.
I'm like very polite, right? So I'm just like, hello, can I ask you for an interview?
Excuse
and
me.
he was like, no. And so I came back without the interview. And Danielle's like, put a camera in his face. Who cares? And so I went back to court the next day and I was like, can I ask you a question? And I'm the only one, to my knowledge, to this date, reporting here since I've been here that has been able to get him on camera, ask him a question. Love that. That got so much community support for advocating for people that were in suffering situations that I did again when a local man was charged with child porn. I've done so many things. I went to someone's apartment in Arcata and like banged on the door.
No
He was charged
way.
with child porn. He wasn't home, but another guy who was actually convicted to 20 years for child pornography and child
Oh, dear
molestation.
God.
During the time that he was going through court, I was covering the case. Followed him in and out of court. Put a camera in his face. His dad like tried to smash me into a door. It was like crazy. Did that whole story. He ended up getting to. I camped outside his house. I camped in the Sequoia Park like trees. Got mosquito bites all over me. Trying to catch this guy on camera. Followed him out of the bail bonds. They tried to run from me through the jail. Like it was crazy. Done a lot of crazy stuff for the job, but I got him on camera. I did.
Oh my
I put a camera in his face.
God.
You got to do what you got to do.
Y'all, she's dedicated
And
to
he
the cause.
is in prison now. Thank you very much.
Good.
Yeah, dedicated to the cause. There was one more too that was like crazy, but I can't remember it at the time. I'll share it with you when I recall.
You guys.
Let me pull up the other questions. There's so many.
Oh, Johnny wants to know if you'll be hosting Relay for Life.
Yes. Sorry, I was reading another comment. Yes, I do. I host Relay for Life every year. I'm going to bring Riley in with me if she is here. Yes, I would
Yeah.
love to.
Maybe you'll come back for it.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not.
Even if she's not, we will. North Coast News is a big sponsor supporter of Relay for Life every year, so absolutely we'll be doing it. Although I will be missing Celicia Ellis because she was my contact, she was my connect, she's the one who brought me into the local cause here, and she just recently relocated. And I miss her so much. But Colleen Lydecker is doing it this year, and she's awesome. Awesome sauce. Love her, love her, love her.
We love that. Vicky's reminding you
Oh,
when you broke down
on
on
299
299.
with Eddie. Yes, you guys. I was driving. My car broke down. Complete electrical dive.
Crazy.
No hazard lights. No headlights. No inside. It was pitch black at night.
Crazy.
No lights. CHP came and was like, "What is going on here? You need to get out of the highway." I'm like, "The car won't move. We can't even put it in neutral because it's completely dead." And then CHP got their handcuff key and like popped open the shifter thing, and they were able to manually put it in and push the car off. It was very scary. Very scary. Also, also he was incorrect on that, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I verified.
Cool. Cool. We have more. I'll pull them up from the email.
I have to pee, but I don't
Oh,
know.
do you want
The
to
thing.
say bye? Or do you wanna
No. We have questions to answer. That's another thing. There was one time. Should I share this?
What?
There was one time. This is how dedicated I am to my job, you guys. There was one time that there was flooding. We were in flooding in the middle of nowhere. The road was flooded. It flooded more when we got there. We couldn't get out, and I had to pee. So,
You peed on the side of the road?
peed on the side of the road. Had to get that. Had to
She's
get the flood coverage.
dedicated. She's dedicated, you guys.
Sorry, y'all. Had to do it. I mean, we were in the middle of nowhere. It's flooding in Ferndale.
Oh, I have a story. I'll be quick about it.
Yeah.
So also when I was really new, I go to cover my first live shot ever. I go to cover a standoff.
Oh, SWAT standoff.
A SWAT standoff in McKinleyville.
With the Bearcat and everything.
With the Bearcat. I'm there all night. And I drove the work car, because we take work cars instead of our personal vehicles to go to scenes. And I was like trapped by sheriff's cars, because I was like one of the first people on scene. So then all law enforcement was arriving after me, so I kind of got trapped. And the car died. So
oh, yes.
So the car died, and I literally couldn't get a jump because the only people there were the sheriffs, and they're armed. You know, at this hostage, I can't be like, excuse me, can you please jump my vehicle? Like, they're doing a standoff. So I decide, like, unilaterally, I'm like, okay, I'll just go home with one of our producers at the time, because he was there, like, helping me with the camera, doing a live shot with me. So we went back in a different work car, and I just left the work car there. So then I called Nazy, and she's like at home. No, she wasn't even home. She had gone to Reading for something. And I was like, hey girl, like, just wanted to say, like, kill that live shot. Also, I left the work car, no big deal, it died. And she was like, what do you mean you left the work car? And I was like, I just, like, left it because it died. And she was like, okay, well, like, you can't just, like, leave a work car. Like, that's, like, a liability. Like, we have to go back and get it. So she and Eddie and me at, like, 2 o'clock in the morning at this point, drive back to McKinleyville to get the work car that died. We're in a different work car.
My cheeks hurt from laughing.
Literally, we're in that other work car waiting for AAA to arrive, and that work car dies. Oh my God. So we're stranded in McKinleyville, out at this like hostage situation that's now been cleared, so there's no one there. It's just me, Eddie, and Nazy, 2 dead vehicles. AAA's not showing up. We waited for like 45 minutes. AAA doesn't come. Finally, a deputy.
I went and asked him.
Yes.
I went and asked him if he could jump us.
Just patrolling. No, you flagged him because all this deputy was doing was like patrolling, and Nazy's like flagging him down.
We have 2 cars that are dead.
And we had to jump both cars, and then we got back.
And
I thought I was like gonna get fired because I was brand new, and I was like, "Oh my God, I left a work car and it died, and all the cars are dying."
Oh, so good. I'm glad you remembered that. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That actually reminded me of a good one that I have from literally last week. You ready?
Oh my God. Yes.
So I hear on the scanner at the station some kind of situation at Washington and Broadway. And I'm like, well, they're not saying what it is. I better go check it out. I get down there, talk to some people, whatever. They think it's a gas leak at first. They find out it's like a suspicious object that's like smoking in the roadway. You guys remember that story? It was last week. Was it last week?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm there for like a couple hours waiting for bomb squad to come, everybody to check out what this object is. Meanwhile, I'm on Facebook Live. People are driving through Broadway trying to see, like, why is the bomb robot here? What's going on? And they're watching the scene, which this happens all the time. People focus. They're watching the scene, not looking, rear-end a car right in front of the scene where the police are for this bomb thing, suspected bomb thing. I am on Facebook Live, see the crash, you can hear it, impact on Facebook Live. I'm like, oh my gosh. So police that were at the suspicious object scene come over, try to get those cars out of the roadway. As they're doing that, the car behind them dies in the middle of the roadway, right in front of the suspicious object scene. They're like, we need to get that car out of the roadway. Tow truck company comes to get that car out of the roadway. They're backing up. They hit my car.
Literally.
It's just like a literal crazy. Love this tow company. Work with them all the time. They help us out all the time. It was not a big deal. But it was just hilarious because it was like one thing after another, after another, after another.
Luckily, and we were short-staffed.
I was already like crying. Then while I had been waiting for this like bomb squad to show up, I ordered a burrito at the taco truck, and all the guys at the taco truck were like, I think that somebody just hit your car. I was like, I just want a burrito, and I have to go back to work. I have things to do. It was crazy, but it was great. They were so amazing. They've already replaced it. They were like on it. They were replaced to fix it. But funny days sometimes. Crazy stuff happens.
Hilarious.
For sure.
Hilarious.
Scary stuff happens too.
Yeah, not always.
Like, there was a scene one time that, that was outside my mom's house, actually. That was right before you started work. I think you were watching on Facebook Live. But it was, like, reports of shots fired at, like, right across the street from my mom's house. So I went to my mom's house to see if she was okay. And then I'm, like, and then I hear, like, bang, 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 and then it's like an officer-involved shooting, and I'm thinking, oh my God, is my husband, like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
It was very scary. Luckily, you know, I mean, it was a sad day. It was a sad day, but
that was very scary.
It was horrible. I felt so bad for the family that happened to, but oh my gosh, it was terrible. So crazy things happen. You have a question?
Mary says, can you do a no makeup broadcast soon? We all look gorgeous, sans the makeup.
Thank
it could be an empowering segment.
Yes. We absolutely can. Maybe we should do that next week.
That would be really empowering, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing a ton of makeup right now, and you know what's so funny? Naz and I talk about this.
We just talked about this.
We love because we wear a lot of makeup for the news, we love no makeup. Like, when your skin is just, like, fresh and, like, you don't have, like, whatever, like, it's really nice, actually. Like, Nazi...
I didn't wear makeup at all this week.
Yeah, unless she's, like, actually going to be on camera. Nazi usually doesn't wear makeup, and Nazi has incredible skin, you guys.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
But also, this is the first time I put makeup on all week. Like, I didn't wear it at all. I didn't, and I wouldn't have except for this broadcast, because I hate wearing makeup. It's fun when you have it on, but I hate having to put it on, take it off, like, the lash.
Yeah.
Oh, my legs need to stretch.
A stretch out?
Let's do a stretchy stretch. Yes, no makeup broadcast coming up soon. That's a great idea.
That's such a good idea. I love that.
Maybe you can do my makeup. We can start with no makeup. You can do mine. I can do yours or something. Or we
I
can
would
both do
love
our own
to
or
do.
whatever.
We should do our makeup.
We should do our makeup.
Does Eddie love you without makeup?
Yes.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. Like, I feel like
guys don't think we need makeup.
Yeah. My boyfriend literally prefers me better. I was just like, I feel like I'll be taking it off, and he's like, getting prettier, and it's finally, I'm like nothing on. I'm like, this is like, that's great. And I'm like, okay.
What a good boyfriend.
Who decides to stay up? This guy says, Marvin says, who decides to stay up late to bring in the news? Do you roll a dice, play rock, paper, scissors?
Riley can answer that question while I go pee. You'll be able to hear me. Don't worry.
She's going to go pee right here. Would be nice. It'd be nice if there's an Office version sitcom of the newsroom after the news wraps up. Seen a slice of life as soon as the camera goes off. It would be a smash hit. Marvin. Listen. So we have this hilarious thing. We call it North Coast News After Dark. And it's in the 10 and 11 o'clock news. Like, we're getting tired. Like, we're getting kind of loopy. And we start making the funniest jokes. Like, we have our inside jokes. We try and, like, keep the energy up. So we call it North Coast News After Dark. And that would be hilarious for you guys to see the behind the scenes of that. It's so funny. And usually, if Nazi's, like, you know, only doing like a 14-hour day as opposed to like an 18-hour day or something, she'll leave around like 8 o'clock or so before the 10 and 11. And then when she leaves, it's kind of like when mom leaves the house and you like get to go like do other things. Like, Nazi will leave, and then, you know, like, we still have to do the news and everyone has to do their job and stuff, but like maybe we're like a little loud, or we're like trying to hype ourselves up. We like play some jams or whatever, like have a dance party.
They have so much more fun when I'm not there.
No, that's not true. No, Nazi always is down for a dance party.
Oh yeah, I did Zumba warm up the other day.
Oh god, it was so much fun.
Also, we do Show Me Something Good warm-ups where we go around the room before we start doing the depressing news, and I ask everybody to tell me something good that, you know, in their day or whatever, so it can put us in a good mind space before we get into the gory of life.
Yeah.
You want to see some pictures that I just had made?
Yeah.
From the wedding that I haven't shown anyone yet? Look. There's Eddie. Isn't he so handsome?
Wait, that's so cute. Oh my god, that's so cute.
There's Ed, and then I'm going to hang these in my she shed. I love my she shed, you guys. No boys allowed in the she shed. Here's this one, never before seen.
Wait, that's so cute. Oh my god.
Cute. And
wait, these are so cute. These
where
are
should we
up on
put
the
them?
walls?
I was thinking
Right there.
Right there,
You
yeah.
could do like a little gallery wall right
Yeah.
there.
And then this one,
You guys, these
the
are
big
so...
one.
Shut up. Oh my god, I love
This
that.
one was underneath my veil.
Wow, you guys, are you kidding me? That's beautiful, Mom.
Walgreens. You can literally, did you know this? You can just order, you can like design whatever you want online and pick it up same day and they do it right there for you.
I didn't know that.
Yes, and if
Those
you go
are
on
gorgeous.
Retail Me Not, you can get like 60% off, 50% off coupon on all their photo stuff.
You guys, that's incredible.
Yes.
I love that. Those are
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes, thank you.
Those are beautiful.
I'm very excited. I haven't shared like a majority of our wedding pictures yet with anyone.
People want to know who does your hair and makeup.
That's a question for you. Riley is like the queen of. They want to know who does your hair and makeup. Riley, you would
No,
think
that's
has.
you.
You would think nobody wants to know who does this. Like, hello. Like, obviously, no one does this hair.
Obviously,
Literally, no one does this
obviously,
hair.
no one does this hair. What is
Riley
this?
does her own hair, you guys. She makes it like I always tell her. It's like Sleeping
Sleeping
Beauty.
Beauty, yeah, you always
Sleeping
say it,
Beauty.
yeah.
Like she has
That's so cute.
beautiful, like Sleeping Beauty, Goldilocks. Like it's crazy, and it's all her real hair. Can you believe that? It's her
real.
hair. It's crazy. How do you get it so healthy and long and voluminous?
I don't know. I
Do
honestly
you take hair vitamins?
no, I don't.
How do you get it?
I should. I think my roots are really bad right now. Actually, I need to go get my hair done very badly.
Well, mine's like a rat's nest because I didn't wash it today, so don't feel bad.
It just, I feel like I need all that done.
That
I don't know. I
looks
just like try not to. I don't know. When I'm not working, I do like this where I don't have to. My hair's wet. Actually, I showered today, so
I actually showered today.
I actually did it. Makeup, yeah. So I try to not heat style it whenever I can, and I don't wash my hair that often. I wash my hair like twice a week.
Yeah, same.
So
That's why, yeah. But her hair holds curl really nicely, even in like the elements. My hair is super curly as it is, so when I straighten it, then I try to curl it again. It doesn't hold as well because I had to do so much to get it to be straight.
Yeah.
But her hair it's literally just so beautiful.
Nazy's
So
natural
gorgeous.
hair is really beautiful too.
It's really crazy.
She has like real curl. Like it's really beautiful.
When it's long, it's very pretty. But because I have it short for my straight hair, then
Yeah.
when it gets curly, it gets like, I just don't.
I like it. I think it's very pretty.
No. I always had long hair. Always had long hair growing up until this job, honestly. I didn't cut it. I cut it. The day I cut my hair from long to short was the day before I met Eddie for our ride along that set off the whole where we are now.
Now you're married.
Now we're married, yeah. It's
She's a
crazy.
married lady.
So Riley does her hair. We do our own hair and makeup,
We
and
do.
you know we get support for the products and stuff, but we do it ourselves. And actually, that's pretty standard for like all
Sure.
markets.
Yeah.
Reporters do their own hair and makeup, and anchors do their own hair and makeup, unless you're like at a network level and you have you're in studio like network style.
Yeah.
But we do.
We'll do
All
a
local
Facebook
news
Live
we do.
where we do our makeup sometime to show you. Because there's a few things that like we do differently for news.
TV.
Yeah, that we wouldn't do like in our normal everyday life.
It's like stage makeup because you have like heavy lighting on
Yeah.
you. It's just like you do more.
Good night, George.
Bye, George. Say hello to the twins for me. They have twins. They're not twins, but they're so cute. We call them the Alanis twins. They're so cute. Hope to see you next weekend. Love the free and easy format. Thank
Thanks.
you.
We love
Oh,
it.
Shauna says she's waiting by Riley. Barbie is. Yes, she is. You want to bring her in? You want to see a video? Come here. Come say hello to everybody. Look, she's in her tutu. She's in a tutu today. Look, her little tutu. Her little tutu. Flamingo. Her little flamingo dress. Say hi to our friends. Say hi, friends. Hi. She's such a good little companion, this dog
She's
is.
so good.
She's such a good girl. She's the best girl.
She's so sweet.
She's so chill. You want to lay right here?
Lisa asks, how do you feel about social media showing photos of accidents or situations where someone has passed away before the next of kin is notified?
Ooh, this is a hard one because we're very, very sensitive. We
Yeah.
are, like, we don't, like, I won't show, like, I'll be at scenes and see bodies. I will not post a picture of somebody's body. I won't show them on a live. If they're on a stretcher, I won't even show them. If they're going into an ambulance, I won't show them, because a lot of times you don't know if they are going to die or what kind of injuries they have, or if they're in critical condition. You don't want people to see that they love to see. Like this just happened yesterday. When I was at the accident, I just pan away. I personally, just because Facebook Live is like, it's live, it's in the moment and you don't know what you're going to get. I try to like steer away from that. But in print later, depending on what the situation is, like if it's somebody that committed a crime, that caused injury to others, it just depends on the situation. But we always err on the side of sensitivity and safety. Like we're very, very, we have these editorial discussions all the time about it, because you just don't want, I was trying to put my news director, because I have my own news director, he's a group news director for all of our Western stations, and he gave me the best advice. He was like, always just put yourself in their shoes, and would you want to find out that way, or to see your loved one reported that way, or whatever. So that's kind of the rule of them.
Totally. I think too with social media, like the news has changed so much with social media, because somebody could be posting photos of a really awful crash that aren't the news, and they're not putting out accurate information, or like people send us the photos. And so, you know, if the photos are already out there, it's in everyone's best interest for us to at least put the information out there to put context to what you guys are seeing. Because so often, like, we'll be at a scene and people will already be posting about it, like what's going on at this such and such a location, and they start like spewing like just like hearsay. And so it's really in everyone's best interest, like even though sometimes it's uncomfortable, like for us to put it out as like a trusted news source, because it can really help people, you know, if they're confused or whatever. And I think too, something like that I try and like a rule for me when I'm like live at scenes is like, if I feel icky about it or I feel uncomfortable, like there's probably a reason. Because oftentimes like it's not uncomfortable if like, let's say for example, you know, someone's like being arrested for DUI, you know, and they've like crashed into a pole or something. Like I don't feel icky about Facebook Living it, because it's like, you know, like this person made a bad choice. They crashed into this electrical pole. The electrical wires are down. There's nothing about that scene that makes me feel like I don't need to be filming. I want to show people like, don't come to this area. This power line is down. Like this person, whatever, that committed this crime. So something like that, if I don't feel weird about it, I can kind of trust my gut. If I'm at a scene where I see people are hurt, I don't really know what's going on yet, I'm not really sure what happened, definitely just like trusting your gut and not showing those things. But in certain situations, like when I don't feel icky about it, it's probably because it's like good for people to see it and good for people to know like what's going on in their community.
Yeah. Like the other day, we had somebody outside our news station get arrested for DUI, and they had their Chihuahua in the car with them, and the police got a dog carrier and took the Chihuahua out of the car, and this person had allegedly almost hit 3 families, and they got multiple calls for this, you know, impaired driver. And we debated whether or not even to show that, because I mean, the question always has to be, does it serve a purpose for you? Maybe, I don't know, I didn't want to protect the Chihuahua, so I didn't share it. The Chihuahua was in a little, it was so cute, but I felt so bad, and I was like, that Chihuahua was in danger, and like, if you love your baby, like, why are you driving around impaired, allegedly? But, you know, it didn't serve a purpose to the public for me to really share it, so I didn't. But we make those choices. Like, our job is to help you guys, so it doesn't really help you.
Totally.
It's not necessary.
That's like the biggest question. And honestly, you guys, this is just like a life hack, okay? This is a life thing. If it does not enhance the story, if it does not like add like really valuable information, leave it out. Because, you know, just in life, like don't talk about people just to talk about them, or don't just spread things just to spread them, or say things just to spread negativity. Like sometimes you have to share negative information because it like protects or advocates for people, or like, you know, gives
to a family who was wronged or whatever.
Exactly. Sometimes that information needs to be shared, but it doesn't have to be. Like in life, like we try to not just blast everything. I mean, the amount of things that we see every day
That we don't
that
share
we
with
don't
you
put on the
guys.
news.
But also, too, and social media has changed news in this way too. Like, it can be a deterrent for people to do bad things if they know they're going to get blasted on social media.
100%.
Like, a lot of times before, people could drive crazy or have road rage, or now people just snap a picture of their license plate and put it on social media, and so people that can serve as a deterrent a little bit for people to not act crazy, knowing that there's literally people filming everywhere.
Totally.
Oh, Elroy's doing good in his new home. Also, Nazy, that's great, Kayla. I'm so glad to hear that. Elroy is a dog that Kayla read to at the shelter for several weeks and was able to get him rehomed after he learned to trust people again. So, very sweet. That was on Show Me Something Good.
That was something. Show me something good.
That was something very good. Let's see who we have. I know it's 10. Here's a good one. I'm trying to go back in order to see if I missed what did I miss. Jennifer Adcock wants to know, why is it so hard to find a good, honest, single man on the North Coast?
That's a good question.
That's a great question. I got to tell you, when I moved here, I was like, I wasn't married, obviously, and very, selective, have been, waited, never been married, never had kids, waited for the right one, couldn't find the right one. Came to Humboldt thinking, like, I'm definitely not going to find the right one in Humboldt. Like, who is in Eureka?
Yeah.
I got to be there 8 months and I'm out by a year because I need to find the person that I'm going to marry if I'm going to have kids and all this other stuff. Came here, found the love of my life when I wasn't looking. God knows. So, Jennifer, that good, honest, single man on the North Coast is going to find you. Just saying.
She said it.
When the time is right, when you have all your ducks in a row and you're doing you, that's when they come in. I have faith. I'm sending you good energy vibes, Jen. Lisa James Maxwell says, love your news. Always watch it. Thank you, Lisa. How come you're not on the weekends? Good question. Couple of reasons. It's not within my control. Companies make their decisions, and we just don't have weekend news, and we just don't have it in programming, so therefore we don't have staffing for it. So it's good and it's bad, right? So it's bad for our audience because they want to see us, they want their weekend news from us, but like, it's good in the sense that, like, we gotta recharge, right? Like, at some point we have to, like, recharge for the next, to be able to bring you our all. However, we do have social media, which is the good part of it. So when there is stuff happening, like, I'm there. Not having it on the air doesn't stop me from being and going. Riley's there. We had our reporter Carlos was at the protest in Ferndale today covering it. So we do cover all the news on the weekend, and then we'll bring you it on Monday when we have it. But we also bring it to you live on Facebook because we know that is something that most people do ask us. Like, why don't you have news on the weekends? It's just not in our programming at this time. Not to say that it won't be in the future, but right now that's just the way it's always been. I don't know.
That's the way the cookie
That's
crumbles.
the way the cookie crumbles. But then we get to be here on live, on Facebook Live,
We're
instead
here
of
on a
at work, right
Saturday
here,
night.
right there Saturday. What do you think? You think we should have weekend news? I don't know.
Barbie wants to.
Barbie's been on the news so many times. Did you answer Marvin's question, Marvin Timble? Is that the one who was
Yes.
to bring in the news?
Yes.
Do you roll the dice?
Yes.
Spin the microphone? He's great. Marvin always leaves nice comments. Shout out to you, Marvin Timble. Sharon Crossway asked the hair and makeup question. Thank you, Sharon, for that. And Lisa Warren for yours. And then Marco Carpenter asked, where's Lisa Liverniak? Lisa, shout out to Lisa. We miss you. We love you.
We miss you.
Lisa is actually going to our sister station in Alabama. So she just got an offer there, and we are so excited for her. We're very happy for her, and she is with her love bug, who is also stationed in Alabama. So that's how she ended up there. We love Lisa. She would be wearing a sweater with us if she were here.
She would totally be.
Frank Calloway, my friend. Always nice on social. See, this is something too that you guys might not know. We might not be able to respond to everything, but we see everything.
We see it.
We know the names that we see consistently come
Yeah.
up who are positive, the names that consistently come up that are supportive, and the names that consistently come up that are just jerks. And after so many times of seeing jerkish comments, whether they're directed at me or anyone else, I just hit the block button because I don't like that energy on my page. I don't like the mean, like, sometimes it's overwhelming and you can't control it. And I don't want to control it because people have a right to their opinion, and they do, and I let them live out their opinion on the page. But just don't be mean to each other.
Yeah,
Have
so
your
true.
opinion, don't be a jerk.
Mm-hmm.
Because then, fuck.
Have your opinion. Don't be a jerk. Put
Have
that
your
on a
opinion, don't be a
t-shirt.
jerk. Have your opinion, don't be a jerk. 1 and 1. Antonio wants to know, where were you at 12/12/12 on the date of 12/12/12?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Antonio, how would I remember that?
Actually-
Barbie's out wondering. Look at her, look at us back and forth. She's like,
Okay, here's what's so weird. I actually do remember where I was on 12/12/12.
what? Was it a wedding or something?
No, I was in high school, and my friend Tom got a new car, a brand new car. And I was like, oh my God, you got a brand new car. And he was like, yeah, my dad took me, he needed a car. Like, it wasn't just that random. Like, he needed a car. And he said his dad took him because he said, we will never have a 12/12/12 again in this century. And he's like, and it was the last, because December is like the number 12 month, so you'll never have another like 3. And I remember I was at school that day, and Tom went and got a brand new car.
How nice.
And he said it was 12/12/12.
That's a story that he's going to be able to tell forever, and
Yeah,
not even you.
I remember it.
Yeah.
Like almost 10 years later.
I bet you a lot of people got married on that day, too.
Yeah. Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
I knew where I was on 1/21/21.
Yeah. She was getting
Married. Getting hitched.
Getting married.
I think we hit all the questions on our list, that are on our pre-done list.
And we were really good about answering questions in the comments.
Yeah, we did. Are there any burning desires before we sign off?
You guys, thank you so much for watching and chatting with us tonight.
For spending your evening with us.
This is so much fun.
Can you suggest topics that you want us to do episodes on, I guess? Like,
Yeah.
Are we going to call them episodes?
Yeah, an episode. An episode.
Like a Saturday night sip
Yeah.
with Nazy and Riley.
Nazy and Riley.
Ryan Naz. What's our
Ryan
Bennifer
Naz.
name?
Rhino. Rhino.
No.
Or Rozzy.
Rosie!
Or Niley.
Ooh,
Niley.
that's cute. Rosie is cute too, but I like Niley. Riley made up our wedding hashtag. Hashtag Netty
Netty Weddy.
Netty
Nazy
Weddy.
and Eddie.
Sing a happy song, Diana says. Oh. Okay. Oh, favorite Bible verse, Joni Ellis says. John 3:16. For God loved the world so much, he gave his only begotten Son, that who shall ever believe within him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Boom. I've read the Bible several times, but that's one of the ones one of the very few that I remember.
That was really
I've also
good.
read the Torah. I've also read the Quran. Like here's a fact you guys might not know. I was crazy, like not crazy, but like crazy involved in high school with the Pentecostal church.
Really?
Can you believe that? I know. You wouldn't know it today.
I didn't know that about
Yeah. I didn't cut my hair. I didn't wear makeup. I didn't wear sleeves above my elbow or skirts above my knee. I spoke in tongues. I went to conventions. It was crazy.
Wait,
it was an
what?
interesting time
Are
in my
you
life.
kidding me?
My parents were going through a divorce. I was seeking some kind of support, and I ended up in the Pentecostal
you. Are you
church.
serious? That's
But
so
they made
funny.
me quit cheerleading because it was too short of a skirt. And then I was like, this can't be right.
Wow. Nazy's
Yeah.
lived many
Wow,
lives.
crazy times. Sing a happy song. Okay, let's go out. Oh wait, what's your favorite horror movie? There's so many good ones. I like horror. Have you seen Evil Dead 2?
No.
Oh my
I
god.
don't like
No, it's
scary.
funny. It's so
Oh,
fun. It's
oh.
like scary, but it's like made in the 80s, so it's like
Oh,
hilarious.
okay,
watching
yeah,
it
yeah.
now. Bird Box? You like Bird Box?
I've seen Bird Box. Bird Box
So
was good. Bird Box was good. Get Out was good.
Get Out was great. All of the new Netflix horror films are really good.
Yeah.
And then, of
Like
course, the
Quiet
classics.
Place.
Quiet Place is great. Nightmare on Elm Street. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh! I love horror. I love horror movies.
Just crazy.
Poor Eddie never gets to watch a humor movie because I'm always watching like the suspenseful. More than horror, I like psychological thrillers.
I like those too, actually.
Things that make you think. Like, have you seen the movie Stay with Ryan Gosling and Naomi Watts? Super good movie. Makes you think.
No, I don't think I have.
It's kind of like you kind of have to like psychological thrillers or it won't make sense.
Maybe I'll go
Have you
watch
seen the
it
new
tonight.
Conjuring? No, but I want to see it. Anything with like possessing and exorcism. Scary. What's your favorite Bible verse? Do you have one?
I don't really know a Bible verse off the top of my head. Maybe I do if I like.
I don't know.
thought
I
about
don't
it.
really know any other ones.
I
I'm
like the
just
Bible.
my Bible verse is like, just be good, just be a
Yeah.
good human. That's
Be
my
happy,
religion.
be
I'm not
good.
like anything specific.
Yeah.
It was so good, she said. Oh, really? There's so many pictures, but we are just but those just snaps. What is it? Oh, what is it? Oh, she's replying to someone else. I can't. I'm so like.
Kayla says
behind
that the
from
movie's
here.
really good. Okay, guys. Well, we love you.
We love you. It's time for us to go to sleep. 10:09. Riley's getting sleepy. I'm just
I
getting
go to
started.
bed. I know. I go to bed early, and Nazi like runs on every minute. She's always doing stuff. She's
So
the
let's
best.
play a little. We can't play a little something.
Oh, will you get fined?
It might ruin the. It might.
Oh no, it might
flag
delete
it
the
for.
whole
Yeah,
thing.
we're not gonna do it.
Never mind. But we really love you guys.
Yes, you
Honestly, thank you guys so much.
Barbie says thank you.
Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, look, Barbie's tutu looks like my fan.
And she does.
Until next week, please, you can continue to put your content suggestions in the comments for what you would like us to do next week.
Yes.
And we will get ready for you. Thanks for spending your Saturday Eve with us.
Thanks, guys.
Love ya.